grinding halt. Now all the focus shifts on the candidates, praying really hard to the gods and the powers high up, hoping that all the energy and the effort that they've put into campaigning and persuading their voters actually turn into votes. Even if the candidates' energies may have dipped, believe me, Karnataka, the people here, the youth here are brimming with energy, with all their motivation, are intending to go out and cast their vote. Let me take you through that kind of energy and pulse on the ground just a day before elections in this state. Follow me. Of April and 7th of May, 2 days of elections in Karnataka, and you have students, first-time voters of BMS College who are setting up this grand act to create awareness and push many of the first-time voters to come out and vote. I'm going to try and catch the mood here at the BMS Engineering College, one of the popular, stellar institutions in the city. Follow me.
I would want my MP to be accessible, to be transparent. I would want to see more of action on ground, not on social media. I want to see someone who can meet me every day, right? I mean, get more accessibility.
You want to touch, feel, smell. Any particular change you want to see?
Yeah, related to education.
Right, okay. You want to see the education system change. When you say education system change, I don't understand. What is it that you are looking to?
How it functions, like the less stress on the students or something like that.
All right, less burden on the students, which means lesser syllabus or what?
Not the conventional way of education.
Yeah.
We don't need
You
the
want more
conventional.
experiential
more
based.
experiential learning in colleges and everywhere.
yeah.
Because I'm a responsible citizen of this country, it's my right to vote. I'll vote for a better India.
For a better India. Well, it's lovely to see the students here really encouraging each other to come out and cast their vote for the country. It's a clear understanding here that students of Karnataka, Bengaluru particularly, know very well that this election is to strengthen India. There you have it. All the placards there that they're holding to encourage voting on the 26th of April and the 7th of May in Kannada and English. I love this. This is my favorite poster here. Be like goat, cast your vote. Why will you vote?
Because my friend's voting.
No, really? Is that peer pressure?
Hey, because of you, no.
I'm voting for save democracy.
Hey, why are you voting, man?
To save democracy.
That's all, no?
Yes.
Nothing more, oh? Tell the same thing to him.
Democracy.
We need to push the country forward by selecting the right candidates.
Okay, select the right candidates you'll vote for.
Choose the government of my choice.
How would you want the country to change?
It's already changing because of Modi.
Okay, so you're enjoying the change.
Yeah.
This is a lovely university here, college that's brimming with energy. Most of them wanting to exercise their franchise. A lot of them first-time voters. We're wishing them all the very best. Go out there and vote. Karnataka today takes an oath to vote. Who better to remind the people of their importance and what each vote does than Ramesh Arvind, superstar, Karnataka's face, and also the icon for the Bruhat Bengaluru BBMP to endorse the election process. Why don't you tell us, Ramesh Arvind, what is in your style, on why people should vote? I've heard you giving a lot of poems.
No, I've been telling, going to colleges and telling them why they should vote in the language that they like. Basically, we've been telling them about, you wouldn't miss an Indian team match, or you miss the other teams, not Indian team, because that's yours.
Yeah.
You wouldn't miss your sister's wedding. Why? That's yours. You wouldn't miss your, you wouldn't miss your best friend's birthday, because that's yours. Election is like that. It's yours. You can't miss it. You shouldn't miss it because it's yours. Own it up. Own up the elections. And, celebrate the election. Make it a festival like you celebrate Yugadi, Deepavali. Don't make it ordeal for yourself. I've been telling the election commission also, make it easy for people. Make it enjoyable. We are here to select our leader, man. Make it a happy process. Don't make us stand in a queue like, we are not here for anything else. We're selecting our hero. So make it easy for us.
I see that you're largely encouraging the urban areas to come out and vote, and I'm sure you agree with me that they're the worst when it comes down to exercising their franchise.
It's so sad.
Why?
It's so sad. sad. It's so sad. The urban population is supposed to be the more intelligent or the more educated, whatever.
Yeah.
But when your voting pattern is so bad, it's almost a shame.
Yeah.
What's happened with the urban population? I think there's a disillusion.
Yeah.
Whether this guy comes or that guy comes, nothing changes. My life doesn't change. That kind of a disillusionment is so sad. Unfortunately, I keep telling them, see, you have chosen democracy as the form of government. And of course, it's not perfect. There are, small little cracks in it, whatever. But then every game has its rules and you have to play by those rules. You can't play cricket and say, I'll play outside the stadium. Come on, man. You're supposed to play here. You're supposed to play with these 11 people. You can't change the rules. So there are certain rules by which it goes by. And the basic rule, the first rule itself is voting.
Yeah.
How can you break that rule?
Correct.
So no, it's just pure sense. And then you have Abraham Lincoln saying democracy by the people, of the people, for the people. It can't be by 20% of the people, by 15%. No.
Okay, so what would you tell people who've lost complete hope? That what is my vote going to do?
That's a very cynical way to look at things. I don't blame you for the cynicism.
Yeah.
But it's a very cynical way. And then say, I've been telling these kids in their language that if every drop in the ocean decides to evaporate and says, what do I do in the ocean? And one drop goes on, the other drop, the whole ocean dries up. Then it's not an ocean, man. It's a graveyard. You have dead whales and fish. That's what will happen to democracy.
Well said, yeah.
See, every vote is like a brick which builds this beautiful building called democracy, and we need each brick. The whole building is important for us.
Well, at this point, elections have various issues, but somehow this is an election process where we're voting for the center. It's a general election. We're voting for the Prime Minister. Yeah. So in a larger sense, what's the commitment we need to show towards our country?
No, it's the same commitment that to show it your own individual life. You want your life to bloom. You want to have the best life ever. You want to have a solid bank balance. You want to go around the world. You want your children to live happily, right? It's the same vision which is multiplied by 1 billion times. So it's exactly the same thing. What do you want your life to be? You want your life to be the best? Have the best government there. If you're happy with the okay life, you're happy with the dismal life, select a dismal government. If you want a great life, vote for a great party, vote for a great government, vote for a great India.
Ramesh Arvind, very rarely do we see film stars, superstars of your stature coming out to actually involve themselves in election process. Either we see them campaigning for a certain side or a political party or staying completely away from it. How is Karnataka different? We know a lot of politicians, a lot of film stars in different states have jumped into politics. Karnataka, we haven't seen that trend.
No, we have. That's purely individualistic. There are guys who want to make a difference by being a part of a party, by accepting political roles. That's one way you approach it. I'm of the other kind. I'm not really that way. I prefer to have a neutral...
You're apolitical.
Yes, I prefer to be apolitical. But then you like to be the part of the process.
Yeah.
I've been telling kids, don't say I want to be an engineer, I want to be a doctor. Don't stop at that. I'll be an engineer and I'll be an active citizen. I'll be a doctor, I'll be an active citizen. That kind of activism, not necessarily that you go to roads and fight for things. That's not the way. You be a part of the process. So don't be cynical about it.
Very true. Finally, we're looking at all the color and the excitement across India. If there is one reason why you would vote, apart from it being your franchise and your commitment and all of that, one change that Ramesh Arvind wants to see for the country.
The change that you want to see, this is the first step of the long journey that you tread. How can you not take the first step? Yeah. The reason that you vote is because that's the first step in the whole democracy.
Okay, what kind of leader are you looking forward to?
I'm not what kind of a leader?
Yeah.
More than the kind of leader that you look for is a leader who will take the whole of India as fast as possible to the dream that we have. We are not complaining about the direction that the country is going in. All of us are happy with the way India is progressing. But then all of us wish, come on, in my lifetime I would like to see the India that I always wanted. Yeah. The youngsters are even more pumped about the speed. Yeah. They want the leaps. Okay, we are happy with the growth, but come on, let's not go in the slow motion. Please, we are used to Instagram and 1-minute reels and everything is going fast. We want to say things in 220 letters. We are in that kind of a mode. Make it fast. Let the progress be faster.
So you want progress to be super fast, in rapid speed.
At least the speed.
Possible?
The speed that it deserves. Right. Why are you putting obstacles and making it slower than it can?
Red tapeism, that should go.
I wouldn't say red tapeism, but then I'm saying there should be a will. About the whole things about the will to make it move, right? Not to pull it back. Yeah. The whole idea is to surge ahead as fast as you can.
Right. All right. Awesome. Thank you very much. Ramesh Arvind there is a face. He's the election icon, if I may call it, for the state of Karnataka, Bengaluru particularly, for the BBMP. Thanks very much. Let's hope your words resonate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right? Vote for candidates the whole of nation will be proud of.
What are your reasons to vote?
I want to know the people who are responsible for the state, so I can hold them accountable, right?
Yes.
If I don't vote, how are they going to be accountable and how can I question them?
What are the biggest issues that prevail in Bengaluru?
Right now, the water crisis. And only the problem is that the government is it's not a people's problem, but I think even it's the government's problem because they've put up all the cement roads instead of the tar roads.
Right. Cement roads instead of tar roads.
Yeah, and the tar roads were much better. The water used to go on inside the ground.
Yes.
The water used to get recharged.
Yeah.
Now that's not happening. All the water is going in the drainage.
इडली वड़ा शिरा सुपर है
आप तो खाने में ही रह गए पॉलिटिक्स के बारे में बोल रहे
पॉलिटिक्स only BJP only Modi
अच्छा why would you vote what are your reasons to vote
for the growth of the country, development of the country, and for not to say, but for Modi.
Waiting for the election so that we can show that India can grow to 3 GDP wherever it is, and make sure that our vote as a power. A religion is coming up. That's coming up.
communal issues you don't
Communal
like
issue, yeah, communal issue is coming up, which is not exactly because we are business people. We deal with all types of religion, so that issue is there. So maybe if that comes down and development issues are taken care of.
Ille Bengaluru hutti beldidu, but I'm a Canadian citizen now.
are you going to vote here
I'm not allowed to vote, but if I were to vote, I would vote for BJP. It's always Modi for me. So
well how has India's image grown globally
it is amazing. It's rocking. I would totally move back to India. We landed on the moon, and we're doing so much. The economy is thriving here. So Bangalore rocks always.
Reverend Paul Tangaya, who has nearly 10,000 churches that come under him, there's a lot that they do for the upliftment of the community, joining us. Sir, what kind of change right ahead of Lok Sabha do you want to appeal to for the netas that you and your community vote for?
Thank you for this time. And our organization is called AG, and we have about 10,000 churches all over India, and I'm the national chairman. What I'm asking everybody is, according to the Constitution of India, everybody, they have the rights to vote. So to choose the right person or the government. So it will be good that everyone goes and they vote during this time so that whatever God has for us, we will have them. And secondly, India has paid a big price for the freedom. Our freedom fighters have paid a very big price. By exercising our votes, we are actually showing our respect to our freedom fighters, and then motivating the next generation also to work towards peace and harmony of our nation. And then
for specifically for the community, if you have to say the change that you're looking forward to.
All what we are looking for is for a government that will support us. Our work and the upliftment of the society is our main goal. So we need a government who will stand with us, support all the churches so that our pastors will be protected, so that after this election, we will also be able to live in freedom in this nation.
When you say we will be able to live in freedom, do you feel that your freedom has been threatened?
We are praying that God would help us to move to the next level. So anyone comes, we need to have our freedom to be established.
And in terms of issues, apart from the communal issues that you may that you referred to, anything specific in terms of development that you're envisioning?
We want India to be blessed, and we want India to be #1 in the world.
Yeah.
So anything that happens in India for the benefit of our citizens would really reflect India being on #1 top post place in our nation.
got the opportunity to get into the home of veteran superstar Anant Nag, the face of Karnataka, in fact, the face of cinema in southern parts of India. Thanks very much for speaking to India today, sir. You have always been politically, I wouldn't say aligned, but very interested, aligned as well. You have been into politics in the past, but aren't active at this point. But if you have to appeal to voters at this point on why should they vote, what would you say?
Please just come and vote, please. Please just come and vote.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Is that one of your dialogues?
Yes.
Would you say it in a style, in filmy style to our viewers?
Look, this is the last time I'm going to talk about them because every time we are the people who vote. I've come all the way, so I'm traveling 120 kilometers to vote. And every time more attention is given to these non-voters. And I'm highly offended. It's a time that we are paid someone. If they don't vote, okay. That's it.
Don't complain.
We will see. I will urge authorities that there should be a way. Everybody, there is a voters list.
Yeah.
So if you don't vote, there is some...
It's almost a crime. I would say it's a crime. Not voting is a crime. I wish there was some punishment. Do you think there should have been a...
Punishment is not in the harshest sense, but something, this is not the way. So disqualify them from voting for a couple of elections.
Right? That could be something that one should think of, yeah. Especially urban areas.
Who is asking? It's our duty, and that's what we think. So it is yours also. Please come and vote. We are not forcing or anything, but time and time again, I see in the TV also, urban situation is just about 50% come and vote. Time to disqualify them, remove them from the voters list. I'm not saying from the citizens.
Yeah, I know, from the voters list. I think that could be something that the Election Commission could think of, that they should be imposed with a penalty of sorts.
Yes.
Okay. If you want to see the country change, sir, what would be your vision for India?
I think it is happening.
It's happening?
Yes. I've been seeing it since 10 years.
Right?
Especially. And genuinely I believe in it because I'll tell you exactly. March 2019, I remember having come by flight from Bengaluru to Bengaluru. And the airport at Bengaluru was different, the airport in Bengaluru was different. And this Monday, I went again. So as I went, I was as if I was at the airport. I said, my God, our airport is here like something like in Dubai. I boarded the flight at the gate number 38. And when I went, there were only 2 or 3 gates.
Yeah.
In 5 years.
Do you get into politics now?
At 75.
Why not? I mean...
Unless you start
you're
reversing.
A few years, you're maybe a year or two older than... You're a year or two older than Prime Minister Modi.
73.
You're a year or two older than Prime Minister Modi. And he's energetic, so are you.
He doesn't need me as such. You see, just because you support him and you stand by him doesn't mean you have to join. It would be like if you can't beat them, join them. No, that's not the thing. So that's what I'm talking about. Today, his personality is such, his achievements are such. In the last 10 years, all others are dwarfed before him. They all, including in his own party, are appearing like Lilliputians in front of Gulliver.
This is Anant Nag at his best. Thank you very much, Anant Nag, for joining us here on India Today. And we love watching you on TV. And keep continuing the great work, sir. Thank you very much for speaking to us. With camera person Shiv Murthy, Nabila Jamal for India Today, Bengaluru.